here for the, is it Kines 100, 101 class or 110? Okay, that needs, do you need any like stamp or proof that you came to the meeting?
A later meeting, like I don't think we need it right now.
Okay, just checking.
Promise I use that doll for classes, Karen.
Lydia. Okay, I think it's fine. I can just start. Okay, hi everyone. My name is Margaret Higginbotham. I'm the president of WIKS. I just wanted to say kind of what this club is. So basically, we just kind of supply like community and team building within the school of kinesiology. Like the title says, women in kinesiology. Just like if there's any unique issues with women in healthcare, kinesiology, we're here kind of as a support system and for socialization, networking, things like that. Yeah, and I'll get started with introducing everybody. So like I said, I'm Margaret, I'm the president. I'm a senior with pre-professional studies, and I plan to go to OT school after, and I'm from Crowley, Louisiana. And Kristen will take over.
I'm the vice president. My name is Kristen Landry. I'm in kinesiology. Want to go to grad school, be a physical therapist. I'm from Broussard. I'm also a senior in this STEM. But a fun fact about me is I like to crochet.
Yeah. Treasure.
I'm Chloe. I'm the treasurer. I'm a sophomore in the pre-professional track for Kines, and I'm from Plaquemine, Louisiana.
I'm Risa. I'm the secretary. I'm also in Kines. I'm a pre-professional and I'm trying to go to PT school. Fun fact about me is I play volleyball.
I'm also the secretary. My name is Jessica. I'm a senior this year, and I'm also majoring in professional for physical therapy, and I'm from St. Martinville, Louisiana.
I'm Lydia. I'm a senior in pre-professional. I want to be a chiropractor. I'm from Crowley, and she's my sister.
Oh, okay.
I'm Jolie. I'm a sophomore. I'm a marketing manager, and I'm doing kinesiology with pre-professional.
I'm Sophia. I'm a sophomore in pre-professional, hoping to be OT. I'm also a marketing manager.
All right, those are our officers. We're happy to be here. Okay, next I'll bring Miss Carol up for the David Trostler Memorial Scholarship. She's going to give us a little talking about that. So,
Okay. Do you want to play that video first?
you do first? Okay.
Yeah, play the video so you can.
Yeah, it's that time of year for the Kinesiology Scholarship in memory of David Trostler, former student of kinesiology. This is David's mom, Carol Trostler, and a teacher, a professor at UL Lafayette, Brian Campbell. And so let's talk, because this is in David's memory.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes.
right. And so let's talk about the vacationing for the scholarships. Let's get that off the back real quick.
Okay. So David accidentally passed away while a senior majoring in kinesiology at UL. Out of 1,000 students, David was the top student, Dr. Campbell's professor. UL asked me, Ms. Trostler, would it be okay with you if we established a scholarship for your son to acknowledge his academic achievements and to carry on his legacy? I said, yes, thank you so much. What an honor. And they said, it is. And there's no money in it. And it's up to you to fund it.
Yeah, so you figured out a way.
So we figured out a way. So we sell $10 tickets to win a vacation for two from Travel Machine. It's custom designed. You get to choose where you go, when you go, what you do. Mm-hmm. And then as a thank you gift from me and kinesiology students, doc students, you take this $10 ticket to 6 places. You can get something free. You choose what you want to do. You can go as many times as you want. You just have to give them a ticket every time you go. In September, if you take it to Todd's Car Wash, you'll get his $30 turbo wash for free. Or you can take it to Judy's Inn, the best burger in town. You'll get a free hamburger cheeseburger. In October, you can take it to Tropical Smoothie. There's 16 locations. You get a free flatbread, side, and drink. Or you take it to Rev Coffee. You get a drip coffee or tea and any pastry in their counter.
course, all for a good cause.
And November, if you take it to Great Harvest, you get any loaf of bread of your choice, or you can take it to the potato place. You'll get a free stuffed potato and
Like
a
an
drink.
infomercial. But wait, there's more.
So it is truly win-win-win. You're helping the scholarship, you're getting more than what you paid for, and then you get a chance to
And
win your
the
vacation.
custom trip on Travel Machine is truly custom. Like, whether it's the Fiji Islands, or the Cayman Islands, or the Bacan Islands. They will customize where you want to go, how you want to handle it, so you have the travel voucher.
Yeah.
And even if you want to go and beyond, you may do the difference, but as long as you keep within that voucher, there's no limitations of what you can do. And every winner that has expressed, they've been like, this was a great experience with travel.
Yes, let's talk about scholarship money very quickly. It benefits kinesiology students. Very quickly explain what kinesiology is, and then the cost. Well, the cost alone just for education. Anything helps.
The kinesiology is a relatively new field. It's human movement studies. Most of our students become physical therapists, occupational therapists, physician assistants, allied health professions.
Yeah.
We also have physical educators, coaches, and athletic trainers, but mostly allied health professions.
Yeah.
These students not only have an undergraduate cost, tuition, fees, room, board, they got to live, but then when they go to graduate school, it's like you got to start again. Graduate school costs. And that's what a lot of our students like. So the salaries are decent in allied health, but the investment phase of having to take out those loans and the compound interest. And so these scholarships, it's not just us saying it. We have heard from students who have been through it and have got it, and they were like, this was just a lifesaver. And
That's
so,
in the nick of time.
and that's what really motivates us to keep going, is hearing from our past scholarship winners and how valuable it was for their experience. And so that's why we keep doing it.
All right, Carol, we have 1 minute. Very quickly, how do we get our hands on these tickets?
Okay. You can get them from me, Carol Trostler. Look me up on Facebook. You can find me, or you call me, 255-8155. Come get tickets from me. I got a lot to sell, and I appreciate your $10. It takes a lot of $10 to make money for scholarships. So Carol Trostler, 255-8155. Or Travel Machine. Travel Machine sells them as well. Or look up on Facebook.
It really is a community scholarship.
It is.
Sum total of all those $10 is from our community.
So this is a community scholarship, absolutely.
Yeah,
And you're-
everyone
and
here
you're-
is sponsors, just a lot.
And our sponsors are
All
wonderful.
speaks volumes.
And then your sponsors, your viewers are so generous to us, and we appreciate you having us on. And thank you, viewers, for your support of these
Are you
scholarships.
still taking pictures with the,
I am. We'll take a picture.
We'll take a picture.
And I take a picture with you. I take a picture with you and you buy a
We'll
ticket
take a picture with you.
just to show the community supporting David's scholarship. And thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
All right, Brian, you was about to say something very quickly.
Oh, I was just gonna say, that should be one of the free gifts on the ticket. Free selfie.
It just keeps growing and growing. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Miss Carol needs Miss Carol needs a bat signal. Like if someone wants tickets, like it shines in the night, Miss Carol zooms in.
Did y'all think he was so funny? Is it just me? So if y'all have any thoughts of how we can do better, make it better, that was good. It was good.
That was perfect.
Are there any like previous recipients of the scholarship that would ever come and discuss like how maybe that was helpful?
We welcome y'all, anybody that wants to come. I mean, Doc is done with coming on with me. We have to get up really early in the morning and he's just like,
I'm usually up very early in the morning. My issue is sometimes remembering all the different things, because I'm not very organized. So Miss Carol's like, see you in 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there.
oh, he makes me laugh.
So my understanding, not to segue into, obviously you can talk about what you want, but there's money in it for you guys now as well, as the scholarship is not just for a specific majors club, it's for all majors clubs.
So it's always been for the KPA because David was an active member in KPA. And I told Doc this year, these clubs didn't exist when David was a student. So, but it's not fair that we exclude you because you didn't exist when he was a student. So we kind of get you scholarship money too. And he said, absolutely. So yes, it's not just KPA, it's for y'all too. And it's just whatever KPI, I know they have to sell 2 books to be eligible. Everyone so far, all these years that have qualified have gotten scholarship money. We have two $5,000 scholarships. I asked UL if I could give $10,000 a semester, so it would be a $20,000 scholarship. They said no, because David was a big guy and I want to get big money. And they said no, that 5,000 was all I could give. So we get 5,000, two of them, and I'd love y'all to win. In fact, one of the gals, Gabby, that's on the plaque, when she was a freshman, she saw that plaque and she said, I wonder if I work hard and I apply myself, if I could be a David Trostler Scholar. And lo and behold, she was. At the awards banquet, the scholars tell a little story, and that's the story she told, that she's one of 7 kids. Her parents couldn't help her and she needed money, and she said, I just think if I apply myself, maybe I could. And she was. So just like that video said, you sell $10 tickets to win a custom designed vacation for 2. You get to choose where you go, when you go, what you do. It's all about you. And then, as I said, as a thank you gift from me, from the kinesiology students, you take this $10 ticket to any one of those 6 places and you get something free. You can go, like I said, as many times as you want, but you have to give a ticket every time you go. Because my phone number is on here because people call me to say, Ms. Trostler, they just took my ticket. How am I going to get all those other offers? I say, ma'am.
That's how capitalism works.
If you could take that $10 ticket to all these places every day for the next 3 months, they'd go out of business and I'd raise no money for scholarships. You can go, you just have to give them a ticket every time you go. So when y'all sell these, buy these, if you go to these businesses, tell them thank you. They get hit up a lot, and that they choose to give to kinesiology. I'm so grateful for their sponsorship. So yes, so
Can I add a couple things, Ms. Carroll?
yeah, please.
Miss Carol and I compliment each other. I'll forget stuff. She'll remind me. And it's not that she forgets stuff, but I'm coming at it from a teacher perspective. Some of you live out of town. And so you may be like, well, my people won't, necessarily want the free gifts. Well, that's why we have the custom, trip. In other words, they could still enter to win the trip and still support the scholarships. This is literally free. You get more back than the $10 ticket, and that was done on purpose to make it easier for you to make the ask. I know it's tough to ask friends and family, but I mean, you probably wouldn't mind asking them to spot you for a Jet coffee. So, literally, you're getting your money back plus with these. So we try to make it as easy for you to ask friends and family, you're doing them a favor, you're helping them help you. So that's also kind of part of the magic, that we wanted to make the ask easy.
Do I have a couple more minutes? Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to tell you, so when David accidentally passed away, UL, like I said, asked me if they could establish a scholarship for him. And I said, yes, thank you so much. Because I thought they were going to put a boatload of money in it. And then when it was up to me to raise money, I'm a petroleum landman, and half the time we don't have a job. And so, and my people don't have a job, and David's friends were poor. So what are we going to do? So the KPA said, Ms. Trostler, we want to help you raise money for David's scholarship. What can we do? I said, well, David was a clean car person. Every Sunday afternoon, you'd find David in his driveway washing his car. We could have a car wash. I'm a clean car person. Monday morning, I got to drive out with a clean car. I said, we could have a car wash because that is so David. And so they said, okay, well, we'll help you wash cars. So I go to the Taco Bell on the corner of Pinhook and Colley Saloon. You know that Taco Bell on Pinhook? There's always these students, with those big signs, raising money for the Acadiana band, Como band, something. They walk the block, the streets. So I go to the fella there, the manager. I walk literally to the door. My hand is on the door, and it's just like, how am I going to get these college kids up and out of the dorm room on a Saturday morning at 9 in the morning with towels, buckets, sponges, hoses? I mean, just everything you need to wash a car. How am I going to get them out of bed and over here to wash cars? I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to do that. So I just get back in my car and I drive to Todd's Car Wash on the corner of Johnston and Ambassador. He's got this big old sign. The Todd's Car Wash? That big old sign. Don't know the man from Adam, but thinking maybe his name was Todd. Or did he buy it from Todd? Or was his dog Todd? Or I don't know. But I just go and I say, hi, I'm Carol Trosclair. Is Todd here? And she said, yeah, I think he is. Let me call him back. So she calls in the back and she said, Todd, there's a Miss Trosclair here. I'm like, thank God his name's Todd. And so I said, Todd, I'm Carol Trosclair, and tell me the story. My son David accidentally passed away. UL established a scholarship for him because out of 1,000 students, he's the top student. They want to acknowledge his academic achievements. They want to carry on his legacy. So I got this beautiful cause to acknowledge his academic achievements, to acknowledge his academic achievements, carry on his legacy. I've got this beautiful name, the David Trosclair Memorial Scholarship in Kinesiology, but sir, I have no money to award these students. And so the students want to help me wash cars, but I just came from Taco Bell because I can't figure out how I'm going to get them out of bed to wash a car. So sir, I was just wondering, would you partner with me and give me one day in September that I could pre-sell tickets and you would wash cars for me? He said, Miss Trosclair, for you, for your son, for kinesiology scholarships, I'll give you the whole month of September. Whoa, wow. So that's what we did that first year. We pre-sold $10 tickets. We took that ticket to Todd's Car Wash. You got his $30 wash for $10. Do you all know who Adele Bulliard is? She's the head of scholarships at UL. Well, I called her and I said, Adele, UL has a scholarship for David. And like, what are you thinking I should raise? Like 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, what? And she said, yes. I said, yes, like raise as much as I can. And she said, yes, if you can raise 10,000, David's scholarship will get endowed. If you can raise 50,000, he gets a plaque in Martin Hall. If you can raise 100,000, his scholarship will get maxed out and you'll have a $5,000 scholarship if it makes 5% every year. And I'm thinking, how do we even raise 10,000? My people right now don't have a job. David's friends are poor. Whew. Well, so we just got to selling tickets for the whole month and we raised $11,990 that year. David's scholarship got endowed. Doc and I.
What year was it?
That was 2011. And so Doc and I, we went to give the money to the foundation. I said, Doc, can I just give a $10? Because I'm like monk. I like even numbers. We say we raised $12,000. Doc said, no, because we only raised $11,990.
That was the number.
That was the number we did. So gave that money to the foundation. David's scholarship got endowed. The next year, I said, Doc, as great as we did, you have to have a car to wash and you have to live in Acadiana. Why don't we ask Kermit Duyall if he would sponsor a vacation? Because that year, there was an article about us in the paper and it had my name, who, what, where, when, what we were doing. The only person in Acadiana that called me up was Kermit Duyall of Travel Machine. He said, Miss Trosclair, if I leave a check with my receptionist for $150, would you leave me 15 tickets? I want to bless all my travel agents with a clean car. I said, yes, sir. So that's what I did. So that next year I said, Doc, Kermit must be a wonderful, generous man because out of all the businessmen, out of everybody that read it, he's the only one that asked me to come bring tickets. Why don't we ask him if he would sponsor a vacation for two? Doc says, we got nothing to lose. We're the tribe. So again, I don't know him from Adam, but I emailed him. I looked him up, Travel Machine, got his email, and said, Mr. Duyall, can Dr. Campbell and I come see you? And he said, yes, come Wednesday at 11. So we go, Doc and I go, and we're sitting there, and I say, Mr. Duyall, I'm Carol Trosclair, Dr. Campbell, let me tell you why we're here. He looks at me, he looks at Dr. Campbell. He said, Miss Trosclair, let me tell you why you're here. And he takes his computer screen and he turns it around to us. And there's this list, just a mile long, Boys Club, Girls Club, Heart Walk, Symphony, all these nonprofits that he has sponsored through the year. Here we are in August. It's like, wow. He said, you're here because you want something from me. And he puts his hand out and he just looks at Doc and me like that. And I looked at him and I said, sir, The truth is, Doc and I, we don't just have one hand out. I said, we've got 4 hands out. Kinesiology has 1,200 students, and they're all desperate for a scholarship. Sir, we have 4 hands out, and I'm here to ask you, will you partner with us? Will you sponsor Vacation for 2? As great as we did last year, you have to live in Acadiana, and you have to have a car to wash. But sir, if you would sponsor Vacation for 2, we could raise so much more money because these students live all over the place. They just call you, and you could design a vacation for them. Would you partner with us? He looks at me, he looks at Doc, and he said, Ms. Rossclair, for you, Doc, for your students, for UL kinesiology scholarships, I'll add you to my list. So we walk out of there with, this is the deal. You buy a $10 ticket for a chance to win a Vacation for 2 from Travel Machine. If you take that ticket to Todd's Car Wash, you got his $30 car wash for free. That was the deal that second year. Well, y'all can have a fundraiser, one fundraiser a semester. So what happens is people call me, they called me October 1st, October 2nd, October 3rd. Ms. Trosser, I just found my ticket. Can I go to Todd's Car Wash and get a free car wash? I said, sir, Todd just gave me $30, 30 days of car washes. He is done. He's burned out. I've already picked up the tickets. I've turned them in. No, I'm sorry, we can't. So Doc, I said, Doc, since he can have a fundraiser a semester, September, October, November, why don't we just give a gift all 3 months? Well, we did that. We had, the next year we did 1 free gift each month. Well, they got so many gifts, so many people that redeemed their tickets, it's like, they're gonna go out of business. So let's just get 2 a month and share. So that's what we did. We just, so that Todd doesn't just have thousands of cars to wash. People can choose. Not everybody likes to wash their car. They can go to Judy's Inn. So there's just a choice. So that's how it all came about. Just you went with me. We just went and asked these folks, would you give us something for free?
She asked all the folks. I was just there for oxygen
for free.
Ms. Carroll, do you want to talk about the volunteer hours? I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off. We just
Yeah. Okay. So can you want to put that on?
Yes.
So I am every kind of which way. I am into raising money for your scholarship. So the Festival of Acadiana is in Girard Park, October 11th, 12th, and 13th. They will give the scholarship $750. There's 3 Coke booths. I could have gotten $2,250, but I just didn't know if I could get 84 people to volunteer. So I need 28 volunteers. So Friday, from 4:30 to 8:30, I need 4 people. Saturday, 10 to 1, it's just 3 hours. I need 4 people. 1 to 4, 3 hours. I need 4 people. 4 to 8. Sunday, 10 to 1, 3 hours. 1 to 4, 3 hours. 4 to 8, 4 people. I need 28 people to volunteer for a shift, a 3 or 4 hour shift, and they will get the UL Foundation for David Scholarship, $750. So if any of y'all want to sign up and volunteer, they tell me it's fun. It's a music festival. It's the 50th year of it. It's just a lot of fun.
Wasn't there something with the tips as well?
Oh yeah. So they're going to give the scholarship the $750 if I can get 28 people, and then there's going to be a tip jar. So I'm just going to give y'all the tips. I'll just give whatever clubs volunteer, I'm going to give you all the tips. Now they want half, so I'm going to talk to them and say, hey, can't we have it all? We need money for scholarships. So I haven't had that conversation with them yet, but I'm
Just when they come and say, we've been here for 2 days and we've had no tips. It's a miracle.
And another thing is, if you attend one of these volunteers, that will count as a meeting. So we'll go over this later about meeting requirements. But if you attend one of these volunteer slots, that will count as you coming to a meeting. We'll get into it later.
How do they sign up? How do they contact? How do they?
255-8155 is my number, or on Facebook, let me know which one you want to volunteer for. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have some of my friends too. I've asked the dean, I've asked the department head, I've asked Doc. Your friends, if you want friends or family to to volunteer with you, you just have to be 18. But and all you're doing is handing out Coke. They're gonna hand you a ticket and you're gonna hand them a Coke.
It was a cocaine joke.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Carroll.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
tell them all, so she has Facebook, she has TikTok, Snapchat, all that stuff, right, Ms.
I
Carroll?
have Facebook, that's all.
I'm joking, love you.
Love you.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. And I
Thank you, Ms.
appreciate it.
Carroll.
Thank you.
Okay, and
promise
I'm
it'll
here
take
for you.
one
Don't
second.
do something.
Go back to the other thing. I'm gonna show you guys
The other
one
one?
more. I'm gonna show you guys a life hack. So for those of you that live out of town, you have friends, families, the mamas, the papas, the aunts and uncles. They buy the chance to get the cruise or the trip, and then you get the vouchers.
That's right.
I mean, you just, so great life hack.
But if you make the check out to ULL Foundation, and that's tax deductible. I write it off as a business expense. So like I said, win-win-win. Support a scholarship, get a tax donation for it, get something free.
But it's
Chance
almost
to enter-
better if your people live out of town. Then you get
And
take
you know,
advantage of the
You can have your mom, like Ashley Boudreaux has her grandfather sell 10 books of tickets to his friends. So she didn't sell a ticket, he sold 10 books for her. So if you have anybody that wants to sell them for you, you can do that too.
Thank you, Ms. Carroll. We'll
Thank
see
you
you,
so much.
we'll see you tomorrow at 1
Y'all
o'clock.
friend me on Facebook if y'all want Facebook, I'd love it.
Ms. Carroll has like 20,000 friends. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Yes,
Yes,
we're gonna be on the radio tomorrow, Dr. Thank you, Doc.
I got a face for radio. All right, so I guess I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna try to keep this short, but I'm open to questions. So when I got here, way back in the day, I started going to KPA meetings because I want to be involved. I wasn't even an officer. I was just off the boat from Delcom at Auburn University, and then I became a KPA advisor. And my big push to students is, she's coming from the scholarship, that's great. My big push is professional development. Let's go out and do things. Let's go meet people. Let's go to places. Let's go have experiences. And that hits home with me because being from a small town, it was intimidating to think about going to a big city or going to a conference or going to, and so that's my big push. And not only that, it's good for camaraderie, and it's good to promote your club. The KPA got too big at one point. Like people were sitting on the floor. And once I was asked to serve on the scholarship committee, they kind of asked that I step back from the KPA because they didn't want a conflict of interest picking scholarship winners. So this fits my niche, like small group. I'm kind of rejuvenated to help students, and the women ties, like women have kind of always been special to me. I mean, my mom's a woman. My major professor was a female. I got to see academia from her side. As an athletic trainer, I worked female sports, volleyball, softball for 2 years. I get some of the issues, so I think having a male who actually understands certain issues, I think can only be a plus. But I want us to do things, or at least I want to encourage it. Go to open houses, go to conferences, go to conventions. One of the things you'll hear me say a lot, it's not what you know, and it's not who you know. It's who knows you. I know Michael Jordan, but that's not going to give me nothing. He has to know me, right, for that to happen. And where you meet people is networking and going to these conferences, these open houses, and doing these things. So, and to me, that's the purpose of fundraising. Like, you can give to other causes with your time, but in terms of a fundraiser for your club, raise money so that you can reinvest to make that connection. Guys, I've been in these meetings with my major professor, who's the godmother of my oldest son. When you apply for positions at PT school, OT school, or even a job, like, they sit at this meeting and they're like, does anybody know this person? Have you met this person? And oh yeah, I remember them, they came to this, I met them. You get put into a separate pile when they know you. They're not just investing in a name, they're investing in a slot that they want to have a high chance of following through the program. It's about taking chances. So sometimes it's not even about the 4.0 student, it's about who do we feel is going to be a good fit, who do we feel is going to have good chemistry with our other majors? And sometimes that happens through them getting to know you. So that's kind of my spiel is I'd love to do some things where we go and, like the Hobbit, man, let's go on some adventures. And that can only be great for the club, with social media and seeing that you guys are out there doing things, going places, making connections. And like I always say, you can always come back home to work. It's just an investment of a couple years, 3 years to go to school, wherever. I've had students that oh, so where are you applying to school? Well, I'm only applying to this one school. And I'm like, well, what happens? Well, I don't know. Like only one school. It's like, well, all the power and what you do for a living is their choice? No. I mean, I'm going to ask a bunch of girls to prom. I mean, all I got to have is one say yeah. I'm just saying, I have to play the odds. I'm not, I'm not Chris Pratt. So, so it's about playing odds, and that's some of the stuff that I hope to mentor you guys with as well. Not just human movement stuff that I teach, but networking and interview process and kind of some of the hidden secrets behind applications and stuff. Okay. Any questions, or did I miss anything?
Do you want to talk about potentially going for fall break?
Yeah. We have an opportunity to go to Auburn, old stomping grounds, for my doctorate. This would be for fall break. Dr. Weimer teaches on Thursday. We would get a tour of the campus, a tour of the labs, interact with other students. They have a DO program. I think they also have a brand new PT program. So it'd be a good chance to kind of meet some people, ask some questions, and again, just kind of get out and see a little bit of world. So.
Yeah, I think we were just trying to see if anyone would be interested and how many that would be, so then we can start really teamwork and some ideas in that. So if anyone's interested, I guess you want to have people say after. Okay.
Yep. Have your people contact my people. And then I'm sorry, sometimes my brain's guys, but it's not just that. Like I want to do maybe starting January 2026, run Disney, like they have a Disney marathon and stuff, for current members and alumni, just something to kind of look forward to every year. And you're like, well, how in the world can we, that's why we fundraise. That's why we do fundraisers, is to raise money to go do these kind of things that, again, might open doors, meet people, network. And when people, I promise I'll leave it at this. When people look at your resume and they see all the places you've been, that shows them you're not afraid to leave home. Because again, sometimes what happens is someone will go to a brand new place and you get homesick, and so when you kind of have this on your resume that you've gone here and you've done this, you've done that, again, it kind of adds to they won't be too terrorized by the transition to Austin, Texas, or to Dallas, Texas, or, up to Florida. Those things matter. Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so we do raise funds for an organization called Two Unstoppable. So basically, when women have cancer in this organization, they are doing Zoom meetings with exercise. So they're teaching them proper technique. If they need to get any equipment, they send it to them. I think as kinesiology students, we know the benefits of exercise, not just the physical, but the mental. And with this organization, it also connects women, also going through cancer and providing community, so someone knows what they're going through. So that's what we raise money for. And last year we raised over $300 for this organization. So I think that's really awesome. We should be proud of ourselves. So yeah, that's a little bit about Two Unstoppable. Miss Anna is kind of our point of contact with this organization. So any questions you can get with me or her about, she knows a lot about. And this is kind of like her niche. So our fundraiser that we're going to do is going to be like a social media bingo card of sorts, where you'll post it on, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and it'll have $1. So someone could be like, oh, I'll have the dollar spot. So then they'll Venmo you. And then once you raise all the funds, probably at the later meetings, you'll submit that in, and we'll have a first place and second place prize, and a third probably. So yeah, we'll send that out in the group meet when we get it. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, so these are just club requirements to be considered an active member. These are $15. We'll do cash for that. We haven't worked out a Venmo, right? Cody, wasn't there
No, if someone has a problem with it though, like getting cash or anything, I don't mind y'all Venmoing me and I'll put cash in for you and keep track of it.
Yeah.
So we can talk
And
about that.
we would do collecting that for the next meeting, which is September 26th. So you must attend 3 meetings, so, 3 and done, or 2 meetings and participate in the fundraiser, or like Ms. Trostler's hours. You can do one of those, and that's counted as a meeting for an active member. Any questions about that? All right, I think it's pretty.
We're also, I think we should tell them about our next meetings, like we'll have a panel
Oh yeah,
and like, we'll have like PTs, OTs, chiropractors come talk to us and tell us
so the next meeting
how their
in
experience.
September is Miss Eileen Bennett. So she's coming. I know Doc knows about Miss Eileen.
Yeah, she's incredible. She is a very successful author, artist,
Public speaker.
motivational speaker, and she really champions what this club is about.
Mhm.
She's incredible.
Yeah, she's a public speaker for like LA healthcare. So I'm
Like people pay
excited to see
her
what
to
she'll
travel around the world to talk, and we don't have to pay her.
So that'll be the next meeting.
Ready to get that.
And in October, we're doing a joint KPA meeting with a PT student's going to come and talk to us, as long as the new dean of, I believe, education. And then they'll come talk to us. So any PTs, future PTs, that would be a really valuable meeting. And then the last meeting is in November. That's going to be the full panel. So we'll have OT, PT, chiropractor, PA. I haven't had any interest in any athletic trainers, but if anyone here would interested in AT, I will definitely get an athletic trainer to come to the meeting. So that'll be our big one. And then throughout the semester, we're going to have some social events. Lydia, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably put a poll in the group me of like what we can do. I was thinking maybe we could like Monkey Spark and have yoga, or just like anything y'all think would be like really fun, just to get everyone together and like bond and just have fun together without worrying about school and panels and socials and just hang out. So
Count me in if you go to Monka's Park and have yogurt. Frozen yogurt. Also, I'm an athletic trainer, so if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to. That sounds really cool. That's awesome.
And then I just wanted to get like a general idea of who wanted shirts versus sweatshirts. Because the more we get, the cheaper it usually is. So I didn't want to like cut out a price just in case. Like I think whenever you get like, I don't know, 20, it's like $10 cheaper or something like that. So would anybody be interested in a shirt for ordering? I'll send out a form in the group me about who wants a shirt. Okay. And we're probably gonna do like a blue t-shirt. I mean a purple. So all right. No, not blue. Sorry, not blue. We want to get rid of the blue.
I tell you what, to help you guys out, so I have a 501c3 nonprofit. Whatever your cost is for the shirts, I'll cover half of it.
Oh, perfect.
So it'll cost you
Sweet.
half.
All right. Raise your hand if you want a shirt. Raise your hand if you want a sweatshirt. Okay, I think I'll try to have options for both. Okay, yeah. See, this is why I need to like know the feedback so then I can know what to work on. So this is great. This is great. Very collaborative.
You want full winter coats.
Yeah, it's pretty cold in here. So yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the semester. Is everyone in the group me? Because if not, you can join this. That's where we really put out information. Like we said, socials, any opportunities, like the job opportunities we've been posting. So just keep up with that. And I think that's all I have for y'all. Any questions? Oh yes, to get like credit for coming today, please scan the code. It asks you your C number, and then like we said, just like maybe plans after graduation, so you have an idea of what y'all want to hear. What kind of meetings y'all want?
I can't shut up.
That's fine.
But can I suggest something, not for y'all to do, but just plant a seed, something for Halloween, like going to a haunted house or going.
We just talked about that.
Awesome,
Because
awesome.
most likely, since we have our joint meeting for October, we thought that would be a great time. So probably like a spooky hike or a spooky haunted house, something like that. Yeah.
Zombie,
Right. Like I'll be in the woods and I'll pop out. No, I'm kidding. Dr. Campbell will pop out in the hike.
Low budget, yeah.
Yeah, low budget fair. Sorry. We'll go trick or treating together. Yeah, I think that's all I got. So if there's, I'll probably do an interest form survey too. If there's anything in particular y'all are wanting to see from these meetings, and that would be a great idea. I'm more than happy to hear that. So I think that's it. Thank y'all so much for coming.
I'll take dues if y'all have.
Oh yeah, there's dues, and if anyone's interested in that trip that we might take,